evening, YouTube. How are you this evening? It is about 6 o'clock on the end of day 3, orientation for experienced drivers at Maverick. I'm trying to pick a different location every day. What you see behind me is their gravel drop lot. There's not much back here today. Yesterday it was completely full. So, day 3 was, I would consider relatively easy as compared to the previous days. And I think maybe that might be because everybody was so hard pressed yesterday that it just wore everybody out. Now, I could be wrong, but that's just the impression I got with the way yesterday was and how smooth and easy today was. It just went really well. I think because most everybody was really tired. I know that my roommate was out like a light at 9:15, and I was right behind him, not too far as going to sleep early. And then I think the entire Maverick Hotel was quiet as you could get about 10:30 or 11 o'clock. So we got up at the normal time this morning and lined up for breakfast. Breakfast was relatively the same as it was on Sunday. Scrambled eggs, biscuits and gravy, sausage patties, and bacon with all the juice you could drink. After breakfast, we retired to our separate classrooms for experienced and new students. In the experienced classroom, we did some discussions and evaluations of videos on safety, as well as procedures for day-to-day operations, including using the Qualcomm units. They call them OmniTracks. The operation of that system, what can be done with it, discussion of each of the types of macros, how workflow is supposed to go from picking up, getting your load assigned to you, to finishing on the delivery. We also talked about some accident procedures and other things like that basically burned down to the day-to-day operations. After all that was said and done, and we did some reviews and then signed off on our evaluations, we were instructed to go to a lunch and learn. Basically, that is you go to a class with your lunch and you sit through the class and eat while the discussions are going on. And I think they did that because they had some lectures they wanted to give us this afternoon to get us on the same pages with many things. Now, this took place with the new student class and the experienced at the same time. Today's lunch was almost the same. Well, it was exactly the same as Sunday's: fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, rolls, and salad. So, you know, this is the South, so you're probably going to end up getting a lot of fried chicken. On top of that, once we got into the classroom reading lunch, we had a training session with the director of training. He went through and talked to us about procedures within the company, covering all kinds of different things such as accidents, how to operate, cell phone policies, things like that. Some of the stuff that kind of borders the line between the safety department's purview, but the training department is required to teach. After that, though, we did get a 2-hour lecture from the director of safety, and he's a great guy. Seems like he's a lot of fun. He's got a great sense of humor, but he knows his job really well. He talked to us about the types of accidents that Maverick usually has, gave us basically some horror stories of accidents that have happened. I think a lot of it was geared towards the newer students so they understand the gravity of what they're getting into. Not that it wasn't good for the experienced drivers as well. He also went into a very detailed, in-depth discussion of Maverick's safety policy in relation to their tractors and equipment. Why Maverick tractors are the way they are, the design, the add-ons and the safety equipment that's put on them, as well as the trailers themselves, and why Maverick does their securement techniques the way Maverick does them. Many of the ways Maverick secures is actually more stringent than what the FMCSA requires for load securement. So it was a good 2 hours. Then we took a short break, and then we had another discussion for about an hour with the chief operating officer of the company, who gave us a good discussion and history lesson about Maverick, where it came from, where it's been, and where it's going, and then answer some general broad questions about the company in and of itself. So all in all, it was a very short day, but it was a good day. It was very informative, and it wasn't too taxing especially after yesterday. Today's video is a bit short. I want to kind of keep it that way because yesterday's was way too long, as well as just too much. I think now that I've reviewed it, though everything that was in it was very, very important. Just the length was too long. So I'm gonna be cutting it off here. Just a moment. Tomorrow, the experienced drivers will have their road tests, and of course, everybody will be going through their value driving program, which is kind of similar to the Smith system. If anybody's taken that course before, the Smith system is an advanced driving technique that bases itself around space cushion driving, and I've taught it for many years. The value-driven system is somewhat similar, but they have different focuses on avoidance and things like that. So take a moment and subscribe, follow me, and keep up with me on my journey here at Maverick, and of course going forward. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or continue to send me the emails which I've been getting, as well as posts on TTR. So keep the shiny side up, 73s, and we'll talk tomorrow. Bye.